Welcome to LipoCleanse. In this program, you'll discover a whole new approach toward weight loss. An approach that's not only proven with countless success stories, but works where others fail. First, let's talk about what's so different. You see, most traditional weight loss methods focus on either caloric restriction or increased caloric expenditure. And the trouble with this approach is that it does not respect the natural laws of the body. Fact: chemicals and toxins accumulate in fat tissue. The more chemicals and toxins, the more fat the body manufactures. Have you ever tried to lose weight only to be disappointed? Well, perhaps now you know the reason why. The calories in, calories out approach will never cleanse the body of toxicity. So while weight may be lost in the short term and kept off with tremendous effort and restraint, the cause of a sluggish system, metabolic, digestive, circulatory, and otherwise, is never addressed. Most diets, lotions, pills, potions, and powders use unhealthy and potentially dangerous ingredients such as ephedra and caffeine that promise fast weight loss. However, the weight loss is primarily water and lean muscle. Minimal fat is lost because these products do not address the cleansing of the system. Without proper cleansing, the lost lean muscle and water return as fat. Thus, people are actually fatter versions of their prior selves. If your bodily systems are sluggish, impacted with mucosal sludge and waste matter, your organs will never function at an optimal level, and you will always be fighting against the clock and the scale. If instead you make the choice to cleanse your system of this sludge and impaction, your systems can then be liberated at the highest level, thereby increasing your ability to utilize and metabolize food. Perhaps the most important difference between cleansing and traditional diets is that the latter are structured so that dieters eat concentrated starches, animal proteins, processed peanut butter, pretzels, yogurt, and pastas over a certain time period. This concentrated food only adds to the problem. It just happens to be in smaller amounts than the typical American is used to eating. Clearly, the system is going to enjoy a small break and lose weight. But without cleansing, you can never experience long-term vibrant health and a perfect body. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, see the next diagram and you will instantly get it. Traditional diet versus cleansing. One of the ways the liver deals with impurities is to increase body fat to enfold these impurities and to protect the body from their influence. Diets are not successful for long-term weight loss because they don't address the need to cleanse the body of impurities. Traditional diet: fat is stored to protect from impurities. Smaller body means increased percentage of impurities. Body senses increased level of impurities and goes into emergency fat production, rebound. Cleansing: fat is stored to protect from impurities. Impurities are released so body sheds fat. Better overall health with less fat and more lean muscle. Shed pounds without the rebound. Cleansing is a safe, healthy, and natural way to achieve a healthier, leaner body. Get started today. Do you now understand why you need to adopt a cleansing approach rather than a dieting approach to weight loss? Perfect weight and a youthful appearance are the result of clean, waste-free cells, that is, cells that are free of inorganic matter. However, with our modern diet and lifestyle, clean cells are not the norm. Rather, it's much more common to find a body riddled with cells carrying matter that's not easily eliminated. Clean, healthy cells maintain homeostasis, the healthy state of balance in the body, which keeps us feeling well. It is only when debris or waste matter from synthetic foods and overeating get lodged in our cells that our natural birthright of homeostasis turns into illness and excess weight. Improving the caliber of your cells requires a simple process based on a simple equation. The application of even a few of the principles based on this equation will trigger your body to lose weight and feel younger as early as the very first night, with marked results in just 72 hours. Here is the equation in its perfect simplicity. Waste equals weight. Waste matter in the body is the fundamental source of the excess weight in your body. Get the waste out and you'll get the weight off. It's that easy. This process of cleaning your cells is the magic formula for removing all your excess weight and restoring your body to like new or even better than new condition. The benefits that you can expect from this are abundant, including better sleep patterns, sharper concentration and focus, much less stress, stronger muscle contractions, better absorption of nutrients into your muscles, organs, and bones, and much more energy. The most important aspect of this cleaning process is that it restores that born-again purity to your digestive system, thereby enabling it to optimize your metabolism. Imagine relieving your body of the thickness that weighs you down and makes you look prematurely old. Are you finally ready to flush the flab and all your extra years away? If you are, let's get started. All it takes is 3 simple steps. Step 1. Understand the concept of a LipoCleansing food. A LipoCleansing food is a negative calorie cleansing food. Negative calorie cleansing foods are foods which are not only going to help you detox, but also use more calories to digest than the calories the foods actually contain. Calories from these foods are much harder for the body to break down and process. The following table shows an example of the number of calories you can burn by eating 4 food items reported by London nutritionist Ian Marber on GMTV show. Item 100 grams. Food calories, calories needed, burnt calories. Broccoli, 25 calories. Calories needed, 80 calories. Burnt calories, 55 calories. Mushroom, 18 calories. Calories needed, 55 calories. Burnt calories, 37 calories. Celery, 6 calories. Calories needed, 50 calories. Burnt calories, 44 calories. Tomatoes, 26 calories. Calories needed, 60 calories. Burnt calories, 34 calories. Watermelon does not add any calories to your body, as it burns as many calories as it contains. The values are yet to be established for other items. And this is a table which contains a list of vegetables and fruits with negative calories. Negative calorie vegetables: asparagus, beetroot, broccoli, cabbage, carrot, cauliflower, celery, chicory, hot chili, cucumber, garden cress, garlic, green beans, lettuce, onion, radish, spinach, turnip, and zucchini. Negative calorie fruits: apple, blueberries, cantaloupe, cranberry, grapefruit, honeydew, lemon lime, mango, orange, papaya, peach, pineapple, raspberry, strawberry, tomato, tangerine, turnip, and watermelon. All calories are not the same. For example, a single potato chip or French fry provides about 70 calories. A large apple provides the same number of calories. However, the effects of both the foods are different on your body. They both contain the same number of calories, but which is more filling? You'd have little difficulty in eating 10 or even 20 potato chips. After that, you can still eat a full meal, and there will be no difficulty in eating a few more chips. But can you eat 10 or 20 apples? No, because you feel full after you eat a few apples. The effect of eating so much potato chips would be adding fat to your body, because they contain too much fat used for frying. Note that potatoes themselves are not fattening, and it takes about 0 energy for your body to turn this fat into body fat. On the other hand, the apple will be doing much more good for your body than you think. Your body has to work hard in order to extract calories from it. Simply the number of calories does not tell you just how fattening that food is likely to be. Take another example. A couple of whole wheat bread slices contain about 200 calories. A piece of ground beef may have the same number of calories. These two foods have totally different effects on your body. In beef, 60% of the calories, in essence, 200 times 0.60, 120 calories come from fat. This 120 calories from fat goes straight to your waistline without using any energy. On the other hand, bread has very little fat, so there is no direct conversion and much of the calories are used to digest. Foods like apple, whole grains, etc. are negative calorie foods, which use more calories to digest than the calorie foods actually contain. Calories from these foods are much harder for the body to break down and process. The body has to work hard in order to extract calories from these foods. Even though foods may contain equal number of calories, much less of these calories can possibly turn into fat in fat-burning foods, negative calorie foods. Thus, fewer calories are actually available to the body. This gives these foods a tremendous natural fat-burning advantage. To understand it further, consider this. A piece of dessert containing 400 calories may only require 150 calories to digest by your body, resulting in a net gain of 250 calories, which is added to your body fat. On the other hand, for example, if you eat 100 calories of a food that requires 150 calories to digest, then you've burned an additional 50 calories simply by eating that food. Typically, a 25-calorie piece of broccoli, which is around 100 grams, requires 80 calories to digest into the body, resulting in a net loss of 55 calories from body fat. Processing such foods through your digestive system consumes more calories than the actual calorie count of the food itself. Thus, the more you eat, the more you lose weight. In other words, the body has to work harder in order to extract calories from these foods. This gives these foods a tremendous natural flab-flushing advantage, and these are also known as flab-flushing foods. Here's a list of my top lipo-cleansing foods. Apple, fresh fruits. Apple is a powerful tool in the battle against fat. They are incredible appetite suppressants. If you know you're going out for dinner, eat a couple of apples before you go. Apples are one of the richest sources of soluble fiber that prevents dangerous drops in your blood sugar level responsible for hunger pangs, says Dr. James Anderson, School of Medicine at University of Kentucky. Pectin, a chemical constituent of apple, puts a natural limitation on the amount of fat the cells can absorb. Pectin absorbs watery substances, which in turn bombards the cells and makes it release fat deposits. The pectin is found in the cell walls of apple, grapefruit, most berries, and other fresh fruit. Increase pectin-rich fruits to your diet and let the power of pectin pulverize the fat that accumulates on your cells. An apple a day, complete inducing skin and middle part, not only keeps the doctor away, but can also keep the fat away. Apple cider vinegar. Use this diuretic in small quantities. You can add it to your salad as a dressing. It is a powerful diuretic. Apple cider vinegar is made from apples, and the malic acid in apples will create a fat-burning process. The fermentation process causes the vinegar to have constructive acids that join with alkaline elements and minerals in the body to create a scrubbing effect. It also contains high levels of potassium, which has an antiseptic quality that helps to eliminate fat deposits. Asparagus. Asparagus contains a chemical called asparagine, an alkaloid that directly affects the cells and breaks down fat. It also contains a chemical that helps to remove waste from the body by breaking up the oxalic acid. This acid tends to glue fat to cells and helps to reduce fat levels. Beets. Beet is a strong diuretic that flushes out floating body fats. Beets also help to flush out fatty deposits. Brussels sprouts. This vegetable stimulates the glands, the pancreas, and has a cleansing effect on the cells. Cabbage. Cabbage contains sulfur and iodine, which helps to cleanse the mucous membranes of the stomach and intestines. Cabbage is a great food if you have a pot belly. The diuretic cabbage will help to break up the fat in the belly area. Carrots. Carrots contain carotene that speeds up metabolism and fat flushing reaction. This reaction will literally wash out fat and waste quickly. Celery. Raw celery has a high concentration of calcium, magnesium, and iron, which will clean out your system. This pure form of calcium will ignite your endocrine system. It will help break up the accumulated fat buildup. Citrus fruits. Vitamin C, also called ascorbic acid, has a fat-burning and cholesterol-reducing quality. It can dilute fat in your body, thus reducing the effectiveness of fat. By diluting the fat, it makes it easier to flush out your system. Citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruit, tangerines, lemons, and limes contain high concentrations of vitamin C. Adding citrus fruits to your daily diet will greatly increase your metabolism and increase your ability to get rid of fat, in addition to controlling your cholesterol levels. Cucumber. Cucumber contains high sulfur and silicon content, which stimulate the kidneys to wash out uric acid, which loosens the fat from the cells and in turn stimulates the removal of fat. Dandelion. Dandelion is a natural diuretic and is a natural source of potassium. Due to the release of water retention, the body weight can drop. Garlic. Garlic has a protective quality to cells and helps to reduce fatty deposits. They promote a vigorous action of peristalsis, muscular contraction, that will loosen fat and help wash out fats. They can also break down clumps of fat. Garlic, garlic oil, or anything with garlic has the power to reduce fat in your cells dramatically. Garlic reduces the excess glucose in blood, reduces platelet clumping, increases immunity, lowers cholesterol, blood pressure, and may help relieve pain of arthritis. Horseradish. Horseradish has an amazing effect of dissolving fat in cells without any side effects. Lettuce. Lettuce contains iron and magnesium that increase your metabolism and wash out fatty cells. The darker lettuces have more of the minerals. Mustard. Mustard is a natural metabolic booster. It boosts your basic metabolism. 1 teaspoon of mustard will speed up the metabolism by as much as 20 to 25% for several hours. Oats. Oatmeal is packed with fiber and is a great fat fighter. Maximum fat advantage is obtained if you eat whole grain oats so that your digestive system will work hard to extract those calories. Onions. Onions have minerals and oils that help to break down fat deposits and speed up metabolism, like garlic. Radishes. Radishes contain high levels of iron and magnesium that scrub the mucous membranes of the body and help to dissolve fat in the cells. Seaweed. Seaweed is rich in natural iodine that is good for the thyroid. You can drink tea of bladderwrack, a seaweed, to help with an underactive thyroid. This is also available in tablet form. Tamarind. Tamarind, Garcinia cambogia, contains hydroxycitric acid, HCA, that helps carbohydrates to turn into energy instead of fat. HCA curbs appetite, inhibits the formation of fat and cholesterol. HCA activates an enzyme that increases the rate of fat burning. Research suggests that it can stop up to 70% of the carbohydrates we eat from being converted to fat. HCA encourages our body to make more glucose, so the liver will give the signal that the glucose level is okay, avoiding eating again for a long time. HCA also reduces appetite, so that if you take it half an hour before each meal, you will eat an average of 10% less in a few weeks. Tamarind in India is known as imali and can be obtained from Indian stores. Tomatoes. Tomatoes have high vitamin C and citric, malic, and oxalic acids that accelerate the metabolic process. It also helps the kidneys to release more water and helps to wash away fat. Water. Properly used, water is a powerful weight loss tool. It can act as an appetite suppressant, fabulous inner cleanser, and way to supercharge your fat-burning metabolism. Step 2. Start your cleanse. It's a good idea to begin each cleanse during the morning hours with your first meal. The process itself couldn't be easier. Simply mix the juice of 1 lemon into a glass of plain, fresh, preferably distilled water, and then drink this mixture, being sure to wait at least 10 to 30 minutes before you consume anything else. Think of the solution of lemon juice and water as a liquid Brillo pad, cleansing everything it touches on its way down. Though the overall cleansing process outlined in this chapter is to be done only once a week, taking this morning drink of lemon water is something you can do every day of your life for a mild daily cleanse of your digestive system. Once you have drunk the lemon water and waited the requisite 10 to 30 minutes, you may consume any fruit or vegetable you like, just as long as you juice it. But be sure to juice it yourself. Bottled or canned juices are not allowed, since the processing removes many of the valuable vitamins and minerals. You may also prepare a vegetable soup by boiling pure water, no salt, and adding fresh raw vegetables. Speaking of which, you should strive to buy the freshest organic fruits and vegetables you can find. Organic fruits and vegetables have notably more vitamins and minerals. Plus, you get the added benefit of consuming food that has not been chemically treated in any way. Drink plenty of water. In addition to the freshly juiced vegetables and fruits, and possibly a soup, you'll be consuming a fair amount of water on the day of your cleanse. Calculate your required water intake as follows. Drink at least 1 cup of water for every 14 pounds of body weight. If you weigh 150 pounds, for example, you are to consume about 10 or 11 cups of water. The day after you complete the cleansing process, you may resume your normal daily consumption of water, which ought to be about 1 cup for every 20 pounds of body fat. Incidentally, when I refer to water, I mean pure water, not coffee, tea, flavored seltzer, iced tea, etc. In addition, no salt or salt products are allowed in the water you consume for your cleanse. As stated earlier, distilled water would be best, as it contains no harmful chemicals or metals. Although distilled water literally contains almost none of the natural minerals found in well water, it is still a far better choice when it comes to cleaning out your system. What else do you get to eat? Just one additional thing during the cleansing period. You may consume as much flab-flushing food as you wish. Remember, the cleanse phase of this program is designed to give your digestive system a long-needed rest and purify it for the next stage of the program. Keep in mind that many, if not most, of the people who undergo the cleansing process have overburdened their digestive system for years. The all-American custom has been to eat whatever and whenever we want. It's not uncommon for people to start the day by eating a hearty breakfast of, say, bacon, eggs, toast, and coffee, and sending their digestive systems through a living hell as a result. Another common practice, which is just as bad, consists of skipping breakfast entirely. Indeed, people who do this are depriving their metabolism of the fuel it needs to get fired up in the morning. The point here is that most people either start the day off by consuming the wrong foods or by depriving their bodies of food altogether. Among other imprudent habits are big lunches full of all the wrong foods, snacking all afternoon long, a big dinner, and a full evening of nighttime grazing that often lasts right up until the time that the late evening news comes on. People who engage in these sorts of bad habits cause their digestive systems to work overtime, getting virtually no rest at all during the night shift, yet needing to be up and ready to go for another round of eating, most likely poor eating, the next day. As you can imagine, the digestive systems of most folks want and need to be cleansed and recharged. On the day of the cleanse, other than water and the fat-flushing foods, nothing else should pass your lips during this portion of the program, things like aspirin and vitamins included. The only exception would be any drugs or other substances recommended by your personal physician or nutritionist. If you must take prescription drugs on the day of the cleanse, you should consult your physician in regard to the advisability of going through the cleansing process. Why the concern? When you fast in this fashion, even for as little as 24 hours, any drugs you take could have a more pronounced effect on your system, since there will be no solid food for them to bind to, and no food in your system to protect your stomach lining from pharmaceuticals that may be too harsh for it. Many drugs, in fact, carry warnings about not ingesting them on an empty stomach. During the cleansing period, you may experience a slight headache or some muscle soreness or stiffness. This is a normal response of your body to the massive amount of dead matter accumulated in your bowels. The more hardened material there is, the greater your chances of experiencing one or more of these symptoms. Should you experience any of these symptoms, the most likely cause is the loosening of this caked-on material and the process of preparing for it to be eliminated. Shortly before the actual elimination occurs, the hardened matter takes on a more concentrated form in its attempt to survive. This makes the dead matter harder to eliminate, but it also signals its eventual breakup and elimination. Once the top layer of this built-up matter is eliminated, the layers below are quick to follow. How long does this process take? The total time that it will take to fully clean and eliminate this buildup varies from one individual to another. Some people can clean out their entire system in 1 to 3 days. Others have so much colonic sludge, for lack of a better term, that it takes them longer. If you fall into the latter category, my suggestion is to go through this clean sweep process for 3 days straight, then refrain from it for a week, and finally repeat the whole thing. Continue this cycle of cleansing and resting until you feel totally cleansed internally, physically lighter, more mentally alert, and more vibrant. A sure sign that your cleanse has worked is expulsion of an abnormally large amount of feces in a single bowel movement. Another sign is having one bowel movement for each meal consumed in a single day. For example, if you eat 4 times on a given day, then you should poop 4 times that day, usually within 30 to 45 minutes after each meal. Your cleanse can last anywhere from 1 to 3 days. You may want to take a little longer than this on your first try. It's really a matter of personal preference. I suggest going through this type of fast on a regular basis, ideally once a week, for a period of 24 hours. Step 3. Repeat. Regardless of the time it takes for your initial cleanse to produce the desired results, going through this cleansing process will become easier and easier in subsequent weeks, and your system will become cleaner and healthier as time goes on. You can benefit from a weekly or bi-weekly cleansing for the rest of your life. Not only is it very healthful, but it also provides a great source of live enzymes and an ideal combination of nutrients for your body and mind.